We have all been deceived from the very beginning.
You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But I always tell my kids, they were like, yeah, we know you work hard. I'm like, no, it's not just I work hard. It's that I put in harder work than everybody else. I work harder and harder and harder and harder.
The answer is not working hard. In 2019, a study was done and it turns out that the average adult in the United States at the age of 70, close to their retirement, had a net worth of $270,000. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, earns 2 times this number every single day with a current total net worth of $215 billion. So mathematically, Elon Musk's net worth is 796 times the total net worth of the average adult in the United States. And I keep asking myself how? How can a single person be able to purchase 50 countries if they were up for sale, with the top 10 richest football clubs in the world, and will still be worth billions of dollars? How can it be this rich while about 9% of people in the world are extremely poor? What does he know that these people don't? And truth is, he has a secret formula. Growing up, what stories were you told about money? Is it the root of all evil? Money doesn't buy happiness, rich people are wicked and evil, or the famous general equation of wealth we're all being taught? Focus on school, get good grades, land a high-paying job, work for 40 years and never have to think about money ever again. But then lots of research have been done and there seems to be a lot of contradictions about this equation. While studies have shown that the average net worth of people with a college degree is about $400,000, some billionaires have took matters into their hands to defy the odds and prove this myth wrong. The YouTube you're using right now to watch this video was created by school dropouts. Your favorite social media apps, the Snapchat, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter, were also made by dropouts. Steve Jobs, the founder of your favorite technology brand, Apple, was also a school dropout. Later, Kampra, the founder of IKEA, one of the biggest furniture and home accessories company, unfortunately wasn't a dropout. This man never went to school. And what's even more fascinating is the fact that all these people are now self-made billionaires. They weren't born in a wealthy home with a silver spoon in their mouth or lived lavishly. They all came from humble beginnings. So question is, what really is the science behind their unimaginable wealth? So stick with me here as we investigate and find out the real truth. When these self-made billionaires are asked how they built their wealth, their answers always seems to be the same.
If you knew how hard he worked, if you knew the hours he put in, if you knew what it really took, it's daunting, but you got to hang in there.
To go and accomplish something really special and be the best in anything in the world, and you think you can do it without working, you make a big mistake. If you're not willing to work hard, forget about it.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
If you look closely at the success stories of these self-made billionaires, they all have one thing in common. It's not by working hard for 80 hours in a week, it's not by luck, and it is definitely not by following their passions. The market doesn't care about their passions. Passion is greedy, it's a personal desire. To understand this video better, let's play a game. I'm gonna brief you a little bit about the journey of some self-made billionaires, and you have to guess what they all have in common. You ready? Let's play. Bill Gates. It all started when he was 13 years old. His parents has always wanted him to study law, but he was so obsessed with technology. He would eat, drink, and sleep with tech, coding and writing software programs. At 18 years old, he graduated from Lakeside School with a score of 1590 out of 1600 on his SAT and enrolled at Harvard College in the same year. He chose a pre-law major but took mathematics and graduate-level computer science courses. After 2 years at Harvard University, the MIT's Altair 8800 was released based on the Intel 8080 CPU. The MIT's Altair 8800 was the first commercially successful personal computer, created by Ed Roberts in 1974. After the release, Bill Gates and his friend, Paul Allen, saw an opportunity to start their own software company. They contacted Ed Roberts and over the course of a few weeks, they developed an Altair Basic, which was the first programming language for the computer. Soon after, MIT's hired Allen and Gates took a leave of absence from Harvard to work with Allen at MIT's, hence leading to the duo partnering together and the birth of Microsoft, and Bill Gates never went back to Harvard. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, started just like a regular person. He graduated high school and went on to study electrical engineering and computer science at Preston University. After successfully graduating from college, he applied for jobs and worked for different corporations. In 1994, the internet started becoming more popular by the day, with web usage growing by 2,000% a year. He saw an opportunity to use the internet to his advantage and open a virtual online bookstore that would be open 24 hours a day, user-friendly, encourage browsers to post their own reviews of books and search for out-of-print books. After developing the software for the site in his garage for a year, he made his first book sale. Soon after, it began selling CDs, videos, and Amazon quickly became the leader in e-commerce. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of the multi-billion-dollar company Facebook, was a nerd growing up, full of staying up at night with his computer, writing softwares and coding websites while he was at middle school. He soon got into Harvard University to study psychology and computer science. While at Harvard, he created a website known as facematch.com for Harvard students by hacking into Harvard students' database and using their information, which was later shut down because it violated people's privacy. But the traffic the site generated in the first day gave Zuckerberg an idea which later gave birth to Facebook. Or Oprah Winfrey, a lady who was born in poverty, raised by a single mother and molested at her teenage years, is now known as one of the most powerful women in the world. Also widely known for the books she has authored and TV shows, using her past tragic experiences to help change people's view and perceptions about life. Evan Spiegel, the youngest billionaire in the world in 2015, started building his wealth while at Stanford University after breaking up with his girlfriend. By 2011, social media apps like Facebook and Instagram were already hotcakes. So to stand out, Evan Spiegel created Snapchat so photos were not safe for anyone to access easily. So in 3 words, what do you think they all have in common? Idea, opportunity, value. They also an opportunity, devised an idea, provided value to the people in their markets, and was rewarded in any way, shape or form they desired. Think about the fitness industry. It is an industry filled with millions of people of different ages and all types of gender looking to live a healthy lifestyle and have their dream body. As of 2021, the industry was estimated to be worth over $35 billion only in the United States and about $100 billion worldwide, and it will definitely keep on increasing. But why? It is simply because now more than ever, more advanced fitness equipment, supplements and tools to make you reach your fitness goals easily and faster are being produced and sold out quickly. I mean, who doesn't want the easy route? It's all about the people and giving value to the people. To understand better, we need to look at assets and liabilities. In simple terms, asset brings in money while liabilities take away money. Asset is building a house, renting it to people for a certain period of time and getting paid for the services. While liability is building $1 million home for yourself in which the expenses takes away money from you. Asset is buying a car to transport people from one place to another like Uber does, while liability is buying a car just to flex around. Anything can be an asset or a liability depending on how you use it. The most valuable asset we all have is time, but it becomes a liability when we spend our time staying in our comfort zone instead of fulfilling our purpose. Mark Zuckerberg created a digital asset called Facebook at the age of 20 and became a billionaire at 23. Jeff Bezos finished his electrical engineering and computer science degree at 22, worked for 9 years before starting Amazon at 31 and became a billionaire at the age of 35. So now you might be thinking it's all about having an asset, right? No, that's just the first piece of the puzzle. To build unimaginable wealth like these self-made billionaires is gonna be tough. It's gonna take giving up a lot of things, and you will need to forget about shiny objects. Shiny objects are the make money fast project, the Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs and many more to come. This is critical, so do not get lost at this point. There is no doubt people are making millions from Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Go online, you will see gurus telling you how to make money fast from them.
This video, we're gonna go talk about how to make money with Bitcoin. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous.
Selling you their courses to make huge amount of money.
It shot up to 18,000, come down to 16,000. What's going on? I'll tell you this. This weekend I spent some time with some of the top Bitcoin cryptocurrency experts in the world. They call them whales. These are people who have made hundreds of millions of dollars. And the truth about it is not what they're talking about in the media. Okay? So I'm gonna put a link if you want to see some of the stuff we talked about. If you want to educate yourself on Bitcoin, crypto, is this a real thing? Is it a bubble? It's going to surprise you.
Stop focusing your energy and money on cryptocurrencies that you don't have any control over. Don't get me wrong, you can do Bitcoin or NFTs for fun, but don't think it will get you far or generate the amount of wealth you desire. Instead, focus your strengths and abilities on building an asset that will change your life. And P.S. it has to solve a magnitude of problems. If you want to make billions, you need to build an asset that will solve a billion-dollar problem. Think of all the assets Elon Musk has and the problems they solve. PayPal, an online payment platform initially co-founded by Elon, makes payment transactions easy before being sold to eBay for $1.5 million. Tesla Motors, whose mission was to accelerate sustainable transportation by introducing mass-market electric cars to the public. Or SpaceX, a spacecraft engineering company founded by Elon Musk with a mission to revolutionize space technology by developing spacecraft that carries humans to Mars and other places in the solar system. Elon Musk solved the billion-dollar problem and was rewarded favorably for doing so. Jeff Bezos founded Amazon with the purpose of linking buyers and sellers online globally. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook so friends and families can connect and chat with each other anywhere and anytime. More asset that solves problems equals unimaginable wealth. Now you might be confused on what kind of asset you should build, right? You don't need to start coding website or building a social media app or creating the next Tesla or Amazon. You're only going to create unhealthy competition for yourself. The first step you need to take is to think about the problems, challenges and obstacles people face on a daily basis. After writing down the problems, the next is the solution. At this stage, ask yourself these questions. Can your strengths and abilities be able to solve this problem? What are your weaknesses you need to work on in order to make this idea flourish? And the most important question of them all, how can you make this solution very easy for your target audience to use and understand? But what if you're a salary earner earning $10 per hour? How can you earn more than you used to? It is still about looking for problems and challenges at your place of employment. There may be a loophole preventing a company from making a lot of sales than usual. It may be the sales technique, the marketing strategy, the means of advertisement, or maybe the company lack any form of online presence. If you can find that loophole and devise a solution, you'll be more valuable to the company. More value equals more money. Then after amassing a lot of money from your place of employment, you can start your own company. Build a home for rentals, start an hotel, or purchase a company of your choice. The major goal is building an asset that will generate money independent of the amount of time you spend. It's not about working hard, but about working smart at the right things. You may be working very hard as a teacher in a school, but you will not be able to earn more than the owner of the school who is resting at home thinking of future investments. Or let's say you have a blog where you post fitness content regularly. Instead of creating content every day copying what your big competitors are doing, because it's obvious the fitness market is huge. Instead, take your time to figure out your target audience, their age, their lifestyle, whether they're working or they're still students, the challenges they face daily, and do what your competitors are not doing. If you can figure all these things out, then you create a new market without competitors, separating you from the other creators, making your content unique. A real example to explain much better the concept of working smart is a fascinating story of Ray Kroc, the CEO of McDonald's. Initially, the McDonald's we all know was founded by Richard and Maurice, the McDonald brothers. In a normal burger restaurant, to get a burger usually takes a lot of time waiting in queue. So the two brothers came up with an idea to reduce the time it takes for customers to get their burger in less than a minute, which they call the Speedy system. The idea was great and it drew more customers to patronize them. But Ray Kroc had an even more greater idea to expand McDonald's all over the States. The McDonald brothers wasn't happy about the idea of the expansion because they have tried but it failed. But Ray was keen on it. After signing some agreement with the McDonald brothers, Ray opened different McDonald's restaurants in many different locations. Of course, there were a lot of disagreements along the way between Ray and the brothers, but business was going well for Ray, but the McDonald brothers were still struggling with their finances. Ray soon later gave the brothers a proposal to sell the McDonald brands to him since they were running into some financial issues. Obviously, as you would expect, they didn't like the idea of selling a business they have spent a lot of time perfecting, but he had no choice at this point. And that was how late Ray Kroc became the founder of the McDonald's fast food corporation in different states. The main key to note here is that the major thing that separated McDonald's from all other fast food restaurants was the speedy system of delivering their customers' orders in a faster time. But instead of trying to build a different fast food restaurant in his own name with the same recipe and speedy system, his plan was to buy the McDonald's corporation and expand the business globally. If he had built his own restaurant, he would have created an unhealthy competition and it wouldn't be as big as the McDonald's. Because the name McDonald's and that yellow and red color design signals trust anytime someone think about it. I told you from the very start it's not gonna be easy, and at the same time it's not about working hard. If it was easy, everyone would be wealthy. It takes time and a lot of studying to build wealth from nothing, and that is why staying away from shiny products is very important. Everyone is jumping on shiny product that makes money fast because it's easy. No one wants to take their time to study, learn new things and build assets which may not bring in any money in the first year, second year or after 3 years, but will be worth it in the long run. Take for instance YouTube. It was found that about 30% of kids want to be a YouTuber or a vlogger, but the amount of studying you have to do can break that dream totally, from learning how to film to editing and storytelling. Another good example is companies. To start a company, you have to learn about trademarks, copyrights, taxes, loans, insurance, managing employees, lawsuits, and many other things you never imagined you will ever learn in your entire life. Passion alone will never get you far. You have to be willing to do what you hate. Anytime you feel devastated, remember this. Coca-Cola sold only 25 bottles in their first year, which mathematically means they sold a bottle of Coke every 14.6 days, but now more than 2 billion bottles are being sold each day in over 200 different countries, with the Coca-Cola company now having different variety of products for their customers, and the brand keeps on increasing. But the final piece of the puzzle, and probably the most important part of it all, is making mistakes early and failing as fast as possible, and that is why starting at a very young age is so crucial. When you get old, there's not much room for mistakes and failures. You have to take care of the kids, the family, and your parents. This is where the school system failed. When we fail an exam or a test, the consequences are felt immediately by our grades being reduced, making us feel bad about ourselves. There is no room for failing in school, but in life, failing gives us experiences and tells us to find another answer, because obviously the first solution is not the right one. In 2008, Tesla Motors almost went broke. The early years of Tesla was rough, and Elon Musk nearly sold Tesla to Google in 2011 for $11 billion. But look at Tesla now, it is one of the most valuable companies in the world. Elon Musk just never gives up that easily.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Warren Buffett started building his wealth at 26 and became a billionaire at 51. As far as you're providing value for the people and changing people's lives, you will surely be rewarded.
Do something you're very passionate about, and don't try to chase what is kind of the hot passion of the day.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're gonna give up.
So just go and do it, try, learn from it. You'll fail at some things. That's a learning experience that you need so that you can take that on to the next experience. And don't let people who you may respect and who you believe know what they're talking about, don't let them tell you it can't be done.
And so when we're coming up with ideas, we always ask ourselves, what kind of new market is this creating? And then also what part of my day and what problem is it solving? And so I've gone as far as taking an entire catalog of my day from the moment I open my eyes and writing down every single thing I do. And then asking myself, is there something here?
If you're not coming up with 10 ideas a day, that's why I have this thing. If I'm not filling up this page every single day, then my idea muscle will atrophy. And I started this in 2001, and I still do it every single day. You have to come up with ideas every single day, or the idea muscle atrophies.
I mean, what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist?
But the way to begin is to get the idea out of your head, draw it out, talk talk about it, program it if you're a programmer, or make it if you're building something.
Like, you don't have to be the best, but you have to be dangerous, right? You have to learn just enough to be dangerous to build an idea, concept it, and show it to the world.
So my friends, the world is all waiting for you to unleash that gift inside of you that will change our lives. Stop chasing money, provide value to the world, and you will definitely be rewarded in any way, shape, or form you desire. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. Whilst I would recommend you subscribe and like this video, I feel the need to remind you, avoid the fast route of making money, find problems, build assets to solve them, and very important, fail and make mistakes early, but never give up. I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Peace.